Hello and welcome. I'm Kyle, AA0Z, your host for the next hour, and we're going to be playing Ham Radio Trivia Battle of the Podcasts. This is kind of a departure from my usual trivia night, which you can find on my YouTube channel. I host trivia the third Friday of every month on YouTube at 8 p.m. Central, so it's always a good time. Tune in. Let me introduce the teams here. I'm joined by the Ham Radio Workbench podcast crew and the Icq Podcast crew. Welcome all. Ed, do you want to introduce your teammates that you've got in your team?
Yep, certainly can. We've got Bill Barnes, WC3B. I got it right.
Got it this
time. Dan Romacek, KB, help me. Six. And you. And of course, from the UK, we got Edmund, M0MNG, and myself, Ed Durant, DD5LP.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for playing. George from Ham Radio Workbench, you want to introduce your crew?
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. So today we have Rod VA3ON, Vince VE6LK, Mike VA3MW, and Mark N6MTS.
Very good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. This is going to be a fun hour and some odd minutes while we play some trivia. So now that the intros are done, here's how the Battle of the Podcasts is going to work. So there's 3 rounds with 10 questions per round. I have a tiebreaker round if needed. The scores are going to be added up per round, and we're going to crown a champion at the end with the highest number of points. Each team is going to be able to pick a theme for each round, and we have, before we started recording, we picked a number between 1 and 100, and the Ham Radio Workbench crew was closest, so they are going to pick first pick. We're going to alternate asking questions between teams for each theme. The losing team from the previous round has the first pick of the remaining topics for the next round, and if there's a tie, the team who picked last round will go first again. Each team will be given a question from their picked theme and be able to collaborate on the answer between team members, so you guys at home are going to be able to hear their thought process and the heckling that goes on between the teams. Correct answers are worth 1 point. Incorrect answers are worth 0 points. The opposing team will not be able to steal points from the opposing team's incorrect answers. Each correct answer is going to be awarded with this sound.
That's correct.
And every incorrect answer is going to be awarded, or you're going to hear this sound.
Wrong.
And the most important rule of them all, everyone has this, write this rule down. Smack talking is allowed and encouraged.
You know it is. We got some WWF style smack talk going on here.
Smack talking is allowed. Got it.
All right. Are we ready?
We're ready.
All right.
Going down, ICQ.
By the way, Kyle told us to unplug the internet.
Overmodulating, my friend.
That's right. Kyle told us to unplug the internet, and we quickly realized it didn't work so well with Zoom.
Right.
Yeah, well, true.
Yeah. Right. All right. Ham Radio Workbench, you're first on the bill. What topic do you pick?
Okay, guys, do you have a favorite topic?
Well, first, let me run down the topics for the people at home here. The topics are contesting, DX Most Wanted and DXpeditions of the Year, famous hams, ham radio down under, ham radio history, innovators and inventors, and Q codes. Those are your 6 topics for the 3 rounds that we're going to play.
We'll take famous soup recipes for 20, please.
Okay, very good.
Sounds good.
Potent potables.
No, I'm equally screwed on all. I mean, I'm equally talented in all of these.
Okay, how about famous hams? That's pretty neutral.
Let's go for that one.
Sure.
All right.
So, Ham Radio Workbench chooses famous hams. Icq Podcast, what do you choose? Of the remaining, you can't pick the same one. Of the remaining topics, contesting, DX Most Wanted and DXpeditions of the Year, Ham Radio Down Under, Ham Radio History, Innovators and Inventors, or Q codes?
I'll give Bill the opportunity to choose for us.
I heard Bill say
Ooh, that
magnetic antenna theory.
Yeah,
That's fine. Because they can blame him if it's his
actually, I think Ed, strategically, we should pick Ham Radio Down Under.
I wonder why that could be.
I can't imagine if I know a VK3 sitting in the room.
2. VK2.
VK2. Sorry. Wrong place.
Oh, that's a bad answer. Wrong answer.
What's,
Okay, Bill's
what are you picking?
suggestion, we'll go with the VK. The
Okay,
Hams
Down Under.
If that is VK. Might be ZL. Might be something else.
I think it's VK. All right, let me load up.
Yes, but I've also heard you mislead the question takers in the past. So
I have.
Oh yeah, like the 5-year thing. I heard
That's
that
right.
last night.
last night, yeah.
So I already failed by trusting Kyle, didn't I?
Yes.
Oh,
All right. Famous ham radio operators. I have to thank Charlie NJ7V from YouTube channel Red Summit RF for supplying the questions for this round.
so now we know who to blame.
Yes, now we know who to blame. All right. Again, we're going to alternate between teams. The first team is Ham Radio Workbench. Are you guys ready for the first question?
We're ready.
All right. His call sign was UA1LO. He was the first human to travel in space in 1961.
I think Mark's got that there.
Yeah,
I know that. I know that.
First human in space would be Yuri Gagarin.
Correct.
Yes, we
agree.
did.
That's correct.
Don't say correct so fast. What if we disagree?
Well,
Okay,
You can say
I don't
correct.
Judge.
No. You can say
wrong
correct
and
as
we-
fast as you want. It's the
want-
incorrect
it's-
that you need to wait on.
right.
Right.
Exactly.
You have to
Exactly.
wait. It could be correct. You have to wait for us to sync ourselves too.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's true. That is true.
Guarantee that we'll debate.
Hey, look,
a
don't wait
correct
for us.
answer.
If
Yes.
one of us gets the right answer, just go with it.
Hey, Dan, if you want to answer for us too with the right answer, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right on in.
That's
How
true.
about the wrong answer?
I was going to say, I was planning on wrong answers only.
If he barfs up
Yourself.
the right answer, we're taking it.
Yeah. All right. Icq Podcast. Here we go. Ham Radio Down Under. These questions are brought to you by Hayden, VK7HH, from the Ham Radio YouTube channel, Ham Radio DX. Thanks for supplying the questions. Question number 1. Plus or minus 5,000 people. How many people hold amateur radio call signs in VK land? Plus or minus 5,000 people. How many people hold amateur radio call
I presume
signs?
everybody's waiting for me to come in with this one, but yeah, I could tell you how many members of the WIA, which isn't the number of people in the country, of course, in the amateurs.
25,000 close?
Best
That's
suggestion
I
I
would
can
say
come
less
up with
than
is
that.
not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many is in the
so good.
WIA?
Clock is a ticking here. How many people hold amateur radio call signs in VK land?
WIA membership times 3 would be my guess, Ed.
Yeah.
If you
So
know
that's
that.
about 18,500.
Is that your final answer?
It's as good as any other wrong answer.
So you're 18,500 within 5K? That is
doubt
correct.
it, but
That
let
is
me know.
correct.
Really?
Oh, nicely
Wow.
done.
15,000. 15,000. Very good.
Dang.
Wow. My hat's off
They
to
have
you.
more than 30%
Yeah, well
of
done.
WIA. We got to figure out what they're doing.
Yeah, don't ask me in Canada. I would have failed that one.
Question 2. Ham Radio Workbench. His call sign was GM3ITN, a Scottish ham who alerted the British the Falkland Islands had been invaded by Argentina.
Wow, that is a trivia question. Do you guys have a clue?
Is it? You said true or false?
Yes.
Had to be Bob.
I'm
Hey,
going
this
with
was not
Bob.
heckling the host. This is heckling each other, not the host.
Oh, you're fair game too.
Oh, sorry. No, it's the British Bob. That'd be Robert.
Yes.
Robert, yeah.
Yes, we'll go with Robert, please.
Scottish?
Robert.
Yeah, but it's a Scottish ham. So Mick Robert?
Robert.
Do we have to roll the R?
Is that your final answer?
I think it's as good as it gets.
Yeah, I had no
I
idea.
have no idea.
All right.
I do.
Your
I've got
final
a
answer is
QSL
your
card from
no
around the
idea.
wall.
18,000.
500.
All right.
2,500. Yuri Gagarin.
Wrong.
That is incorrect. Les Hamilton.
Oh man, that's a tough one.
That was a tough one. That was a tough one.
More
All right.
Lewis, less Hamilton.
Hey, I challenged that because it was actually Bob VP6LP.
Yeah.
You're talking about the UK end, but the person who actually said the words that said they'd been invaded was the guy in the Falkland Islands.
On a
Wow.
technicality, I
Oh
might
my
have to
God.
say we're right.
It has already started.
I'm
I
with
did-
Ed on this one. I think you should throw it out and give us another
I
one.
think so.
Well, no. We said Bob. We said Bob.
Hello?
He was right.
He said Bob over here.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway,
Ham Radio
So we
Down
read
Under,
the whole
ICQ
process.
podcast. What is the entry level license class in Australia called?
Foundation, same as in the UK. It's based on the UK one.
That is correct.
Hey, there you go.
That's correct.
All right. Ham Radio Workbench. Question number 3. His call sign was K2HEP. He is a former president of PepsiCo and became CEO of Apple in 1983.
I know that one.
so
Scully.
you do?
It's
Final answer?
Scully.
That is correct.
Nicely
That's correct.
done.
What was his
buddy.
first name?
I
John.
want to say,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
John.
What he said.
Scully. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a ham. That's cool.
ICQ podcast. Question number 3. What is the maximum peak envelope power allowed on HF frequencies in VK land?
It depends which band you're talking about. The majority of them is 400 watts, but
Final
there are
answer?
some with less.
Final
400
answer.
watts is what you'll have.
That is correct.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. Because they kept talking about going up to a kilowatt, but they never
400 watts.
changed it.
I
Even when it
operated
brown
the
out the
kilowatt
country.
license when it went up for 6 months or so that we had it, and then it was taken away from us.
Bummer.
Ham Radio Workbench.
Oh.
His call sign was KE6PHZ. This actor played Don Corleone in a 1972 film.
I know that one.
Was that Marlon Brando or was
Yep.
that? Yeah. Who's
Marlon Brando. And by the way, I'm surprised you didn't ask what his Fiji call sign was.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Better-
Final answer.
Echo 6. Did he get his call sign after I did? Because I was KD6JTS.
Well, he had a license in the Fiji back in the
Wow.
70s. Yeah,
He did. He did.
Oh, wow.
All right. Final answer?
Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando.
Correct.
That's correct.
It was Marlon Brando.
All right. ICQ podcast, Ham Radio Down Under. Question number 4. If you were operating on the 137 feet band, which HF band would you be operating on? I love this this question.
Could we have this in the metric values, please?
Nope. Only freedom units for you. Bucko.
Yeah. If you were operating on the 137 feet band, what HF band would you be
No
operating
calculator
on?
allowed.
I was gonna say I need a calculator.
meters.
What's 137 divided by 3?
You'd have
Yeah.
a problem because it's not licensed in VK.
Yeah.
What
Hang on,
operating band?
Sorry, 40 meters.
40 meters? Is that your final answer?
Guys, you can do the math same as I can.
Yeah, I
They're
guess
real
so.
quiet, you know. They haven't
Yeah.
been very supportive at all.
Well, he's our leader, you know.
Don't give him a chance. I should do. Come on, guys, you can go for this one.
What's your final answer?
I was gonna say I would say 40 meters if we're talking about the bands. Because
40 meters. That is correct.
That's correct.
That is correct. Very good.
Think
All
about
right.
How long a half wave antenna is at 40 meters, and then double that.
Ham Radio Workbench. His call sign was EA0JC. He reigned as King of Spain from 1975 until his removal in June 2014.
I know that. I want to know that.
On the tip of
Okay.
my tongue.
I want to say Juan Carlos, but I don't know if that's correct.
I have no idea.
I think you're correct, George. Yes.
I think you're right because I'm thinking of the other guy, so that's a different country.
Yeah, you were thinking of
Okay.
Egypt,
It's the
but-
best answer we got.
All right,
Yeah.
we're going with that.
Final answer?
Yes.
Juan Carlos.
You are correct.
But now I've got police stuck in my head. The King of Spain. You'll always be King of Spain.
Those playing at home, Ham Radio Workbench has got 5. ICQ Podcast has got 4. One behind.
You're going down.
Can you please review that?
Yeah, I think you got it backwards. I think
you got
we've
it
only missed
backwards.
one.
Yeah. Honestly, we missed one. They haven't.
Oh, did I have that wrong? Oh my gosh.
That was the one that I challenged on the other team's behalf.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's true, the Bob. It's all
To
about
be
Bob.
fair,
Yep. Sorry. I'm getting things mixed up here. Ham Radio Workbench has got 4. ICQ Podcast has got 5. Correct?
That's what I have.
All right. Question number 5.
Is that a
ICQ
question? Can we
Podcast.
answer that correctly?
How many VHF UHF field days are in the VK contest calendar per year?
Jeez.
That's tough.
guys, do you agree with me? 1 for each season? 4? Or is it 3? It's either 3 or 4, guys. So which one do you
Field
choose?
days.
I think it's 4.
They only have 3 seasons.
How many VHF UHF field days
Just
are
like
in the
Canada, we have
VK
2. One
con-
of them's 2 weeks
contest
of bad
calendar
ice
year?
fishing.
I would guess 4, Ed.
Final
Yeah,
answer?
I believe there's 1 each season, but we could be wrong. Anyway, we'll go with 4.
That is incorrect.
Or 3.
3 is the correct answer. 3.
Yeah, they don't have one in winter, right?
I don't know.
They don't have winter.
Yes, we do have. They do have winter.
What kind of host is this?
Isn't winter just not so much summer?
I have a question. Are the 2 seasons like they are here in the northern climates of Canada, winter and construction?
Yes,
Yeah, maybe.
that is correct.
And fire.
I'm rolling for
Winter
19
is
years.
construction season, isn't it?
All right.
Oh,
Ham Radio Workbench crew. Here is the chance to tie it up 5-all. His call sign
what a
was
softball.
KB2GSD. His
I didn't
American
know this
broadcast. He was American broadcast journalist. Served as CBS anchor for 19 years.
Too easy.
Do you want to take that,
Can
George?
Mark even?
No,
can
you
Mark
guys
even
go for
sound
it.
like him? Can you even sign off?
You're gonna have to remind me which one it is. It's
Oh,
It's
Who do you think it is, Rod?
Papa Walter
Yep.
Walter
Cronkite.
Cronkite.
Walter Cronkite.
Final answer.
Final answer.
KB2GSD. Walter
That's correct.
Cronkite.
That is correct.
That's the way it is.
I was gonna say, do you
That's
remember when he
the-
did that
thank you.
ARRL promo back in the early
Yeah.
80s?
Yeah, that was
That's
great.
the way it is. 73s from KB2GSD.
Wow. 5-all. 5-all. All right. ICQ Podcast. What is the national calling frequency on the 2-meter band in Australia?
The national FM calling frequency or the
That-
sideband one?
We're gonna do.
A laden swallow.
Ooh, that's a good one. We're gonna do. I'm gonna give you both. If you give me the 2 frequencies and one of them is in the answer thing, you got it.
So it's an
Okay,
or.
How about if he gives you both and we get 2 points?
Nope, we're not gonna play
Nope.
that.
No.
Okay, 146.5 for FM, and the sideband one I think is 144.2.
You're correct. 146.5 is
So is
the.
FM.
Yep. All right. 6-5. 6-5. All right. Famous hams. Ham Radio Workbench. Question number 7. His call was K7UGA. He was a 5-term senator from Arizona and the Republican Party president nomination in 1964.
Easy peasy.
I'm not that old. Go, George.
That is Senator Barry Goldwater.
Goldwater.
Oh yeah.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You're correct.
That's correct.
All right.
Yay.
6-all. 6-all. ICQ Podcast. Question number 7. What institute was founded in Australia in 1910?
Oh.
The
It
BIA,
was.
isn't it?
Mm, they would say you probably have listed on there the Wireless Institute of Australia, which is the answer we'll give. However,
Oh, no.
that
Here we
was
go.
actually originally a New South
The
Wales
Vegemite.
Institute, which then grew into the WIA later.
Okay.
Hang on, though, just a minute. 19.
But wait, there's more.
No, just after that is when they invented the super hit
Yeah.
receiver.
Yeah, because it was the first national association in the world.
Mm.
You got to push your
me I'm
glasses
wrong.
up. Go ahead, Kyle.
Yes.
Final answer. What are we going with?
Well, if you're going for an institute, it's to do with amateur radio. It has to be the Wireless Institute of Australia.
That is correct.
Yeah, you got to push your glasses up your nose and go, well, actually, the answer
I was
is.
waiting for him to talk himself out of the answer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Question number 8. His call sign was JY1. He reigned as King of Jordan from 1951 until his death in 1999.
Yeah, George, go.
Ham Radio.
King Hussein of Jordan.
Final answer?
King Hussein.
I thought this was supposed to be trivia, not softball.
Yeah.
That is correct.
There's the Australian
I have
team.
so many
Come
of my
on.
friends that have a QSL card picture of them with him. He was so approachable.
Do you know that his wife was also a ham?
Oh, did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ICQ Podcast. How many call districts are there in Australia?
This is a trick question.
1 per ham. Oh, sorry.
9.
Yeah.
Well, in Australia, because the islands are 9.
Or in Australia or in Australia and territories?
And territories.
You're including Antarctica, 10.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. No. Okay.
In continental Australia, 9.
And Tasmania. How many call districts are in Australia and Tasmania? How about that?
7.
No. Tasmania, I was considering. Okay, VK1 is the ACT, VK2 is New South Wales, 3 is Victoria, 4 is Queensland, 5 is South Australia, 6 is West Australia, 7 is Tasmania, 8 is Northern Territory, and 9 are all the islands around.
Right.
And 0 would have been Antarctica, but is that Australia?
Macquarie.
Yeah. So I think the answer you'll have down there is 9.
You're correct.
That's correct.
I'm looking at my VK0, my QSL card on the wall right now.
I'm looking at my geochron and the solar indexes over top of us.
You are correct. All right. Ham Radio Workbench. Famous hams. His call sign is G3YLA. He became a weatherman for the BBC in the 1980s until 1986, and he was known for his East Anglia accent.
I'm not.
Can we get some crossover help, like phone a friend here?
Ed knows. Ed is.
Of course, Ed knows.
And Edmunds knows as well.
Ed knows. I can tell.
Yeah.
Ed's probably had a pint with him.
Okay, guys, do you have any clue? I have no idea at all.
No.
Okay. Okay. Any British
Robert
TV people you know?
Yeah.
Monty Python.
Walker.
Monty Python.
Monty Python.
Benny
Are
Hill.
we allowed to help them?
Well, I mean,
the second name is something to do with food.
That is true.
Ooh.
That is true.
Mr. Bean.
Maybe something you might have for bacon, or for bacon for breakfast.
Did you just give it up?
But you gotta do the
Rowan.
first name and second
Rowan.
name.
What's Rowan? Mr. Bean. Rowan.
Yeah.
First
Rowan
and second
something.
name.
Oh, Rowan Atkins.
Final answer?
Yeah, look,
Why not?
We're not going to get it. Rowan Atkinson.
That is incorrect. His name was Jim Bacon.
You coughed it up.
I did. Yeah. I did.
Not was, is. Excuse me, he hasn't died.
Oh, he is. He's still around.
Yep, and he's presenting at the Hamsai or he just presented the Hamsai presentation, I think, last weekend.
Oh, wow. Very
He's
good.
a great guy for propagation stuff.
Yeah, I believe it.
Awesome.
Tasmania.
If you were assigned the call sign VK7HH, what was the name of the call district you would live in?
And the
Final
speed
answer?
round goes to
Bill's already answered.
All right.
Yeah.
That
I
is
only know
correct.
because I picked out a house for retirement that I'll never be allowed to go to because they don't let you come to retire in Australia.
That is correct.
How long do you have to
That's
work
right.
before you retire? A day, 2 month, year?
I'm already too old to emigrate.
Oh.
All right. Final question for the Ham Radio Workbench crew. His call sign was WB6ACU.
I was hoping this question was here.
He was
Yeah,
one of the
Mike, what
founding
is it?
members of the rock band The Eagles.
Well, his name was
Flex
Joe
Radio.
Walsh. I don't know what he sounds like nowadays, but I know his voice is completely wrecked.
He's on AM. You'll find him on 80.
Yeah, him and Bob, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Joe Walsh.
that is correct.
That's correct.
I would
All
have
right.
been disappointed if this question did not show up in
Yeah,
Trevor's hand.
and I will point out that this is literally the first one I recognized by call sign instead of by description.
Question 10, final question for Ham Radio Down Under, ICQ Podcast.
Oh, I
If you
can
tune
guess
into 145.175 in VK land, you're bound to hear this type of traffic.
Vegemite reports.
Is that like medical complaints?
No,
that's
no,
Australia.
Any,
That's
any,
US,
any,
it's
off,
Australia.
any offers from the guys? I think I know
yeah,
what
it's
it
a
is.
discussion
It's
about
either
how they
packet or APRS.
or how they change my
there
meds.
we go.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going as well, Bill. APRS.
Yeah, because I remember it being different than ours.
Kangaroo Beacons.
Final
Sir.
answer?
The Bunyan channel, I thought.
APRS.
That is correct.
All right.
That's correct.
All right.
You mean it wasn't Kangaroo Beacons?
Different kind of beacon.
Okay,
Well,
maybe they just put
they-
APRS
they-
beacons on the kangaroos.
It's the
Kangaroo
koala.
Beacons.
They only work when Skip is good.
Oh.
Oh.
If we could award bonus points, I would have
I know,
to
I was gonna say,
petition to
Kyle.
give one.
No, that's -1.
Yeah.
Did they
Bad
even miss
Jokes
one?
come in layers.
What is it?
You
What's
have
the
to
score?
really
9-7?
dissect it a little bit.
I had eight. Well, oh, jeez.
I think we
one
got
job.
one
idea
wrong and
what
they
the
got two
score
right.
is.
Yeah, I had 9. I had 9-8.
Yeah, I think that's right.
right.
I had
I'm
9-8.
keeping score now.
Now,
Yeah,
now-
we're down by 2. We're down by 1. I know that.
I got too many things going on here to keep track of, to tell you the
I
truth.
have to. I mean, we do this in ski race timing, Kyle. How hard could it be? Yeah, we screwed up Thursday night. There was 3 of us, and all we do is add 2 times together and couldn't get it right.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
This is all for fun too. So
I love how your jacket is triggering the chroma key. By the way,
whose mine is
yours, Kyle.
The
Yeah.
video.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, it's really.
cool.
Oh yeah,
It looks good on my end, as long as I look good.
Got that
All right.
sort of predator look.
I see how you
It
are
does.
one of those hosts.
Yeah.
Okay, so the remaining, since the ICQ podcast guys won that round 9-8, they get to pick first dibs on the next round. So we have completed Famous Hams and Ham Radio Down Under. That leaves contesting, DX Most Wanted and DX Expeditions of the Year, Ham Radio History and Innovators and Inventors, and Q Codes.
I think we might want to go with history. What do you think, guys?
I was going to say, Dan, you make the call.
Yeah, I think I'd go with the history, inventors, and innovators.
Okay. Gonna queue you up here on slot number 1. Ham Radio Workbench. You got contesting, DX Most Wanted, and DX Expeditions of the Year, or Q Codes?
George, I'll take my cue from you.
Womp.
Let's see. Q codes?
Okay.
Either Q codes or contesting would be my guess.
Yes, either one of those 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Gotta have an
Rod,
answer.
what do you
Who-
think? What's your pick?
Rod.
Oh, let's humiliate ourselves with Q codes. That'd be
codes?
fun.
All right. Q codes.
Q
it
is it.
Okay.
Okay.
Q Codes. Cue this up. Let me slide this over.
I only believe it if you ask QLF.
Yeah. Yeah, I
All
actually
right.
worked the guy with the call sign QLF.
I own QSB as a call sign. VE3 QSB. There was a week when the Canadian government left them exposed, and I grabbed one.
All right. ICQ Podcast. Here we go. Ham Radio History, Innovators, and Inventors. Question number 1.
Bill, where are you? There we are.
In 1865, the Scottish mathematician discovered the electromagnetic field and magnetic fields traveling through space.
Doctor Who.
I don't know that that's quite correct, but I would say Faraday.
Sounds Scottish
That
to me.
would be my guess.
Incorrect. James Maxwell.
Wrong.
Maxwell. They named the equations after him.
James Maxwell.
I do like Doctor Who better, though. That's a better
Bill should have gotten that one, given where he is.
Q codes. QRZ. QRZ. Ham Radio Workbench.
Who's calling me?
I was snoozing.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
1-0. 1-0. 1-0. ICQ Podcast. Question number 2. In 1886, this PhD physics professor discovered frequency. In 1960, the unit replaced the previous unit of cycles per second.
My wife could get this.
Heinrich Hertz.
Heinrich Hertz.
That's
How do you
correct.
discover frequency?
Yeah, that's the I think he actually discovered the fact that there were traveling magnetic fields, electromagnetic fields.
You have to look it up on the internet. Question number 2 for Ham Radio Workbench. QRM.
I would have thought that was the suffix
We
of
can't
Mike's
talking
call.
and talking and talking over the top and top and top.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody else want to grab it, or should I?
Go
Go
for it.
ahead.
Go for it.
That is
Oh, wait,
man-made noise, as opposed to QRN, which is natural noise.
Or
But
man-made
QRM,
noise.
Don't answer in advance.
QRM, Mike, is man-made noise.
That's correct.
That's correct.
2 to
Man-made
1.
Interference.
2 to 1. 2 to 1. All right. Question 3. In 1901, this Italian engineer claimed to send a signal 2,200 miles across the Atlantic Ocean.
Mr. M, do we all agree? There we go.
I love how it says claimed.
Well, nobody was around to.
It's quite the discussion.
Yes.
It's because of all that QRM.
What was your answer?
Marconi.
That is correct.
Macaroni?
That's correct.
Can I interrupt
be
here?
good.
Because there's a great story about this. If you read the book Thunderstruck, which is about Marconi and about all this, and it's really, every ham should read Thunderstruck. And I forgot the name of the author. But anyway, there's a point in it, because it references Mark Anther, where he got hired to relay results in from the America's Cup in the harbor to the New York Yacht Club. And he was being jammed. He was actually being QRM'd by a competing company.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Q codes. Question 3. QRT.
That's the brother of the CRT.
Yeah.
End of transmission.
I'm not even into Morse code, and I think I know these. Yeah. End of transmission.
Yep.
Shutting down.
Correct.
That's correct.
3 to 2. 3 to 2. All right. Question 4. The U.S. Congress passed a bill in 1912 for radio operators to be licensed. What was the name of this bill? ICQ Podcast. What was the name of the bill?
Not being a US citizen, I have got
Yeah.
absolutely no idea. Over to you guys.
I'm remembering the wrong
Coming
one.
up short on the name of it.
Yeah.
Passed the
Definitely
bill in
wasn't the Radio Act
1912.
of 1934.
Well, just say the Radio Act.
Took a while to get past. What?
There was a war in there.
How about that? We'll just say the Radio Act.
Radio Act of 1912.
Final answer?
Sure.
Yeah, Radio Act.
That is correct.
Oh my
God.
Nice.
Thanks, Bill. That was a good clue.
3 to 3. 3 to 3. Q codes. QRV.
I don't have this one.
I think QRV is on frequency.
On frequency. Yep. I am on frequency, or are you on frequency? Or,
Yeah. And ready for whatever.
Yep.
Well, hang on. Is it are you on frequency or are you ready?
On frequency. Unless you put a question mark on it.
Well, that just makes it a question or a statement.
I'm on frequency.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
Wrong.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Is QRV.
Operational.
Kept our mouth
Are
shut.
you operational? I am
Yeah,
operational.
well, that was the spirit of my answer.
Okay, we'll give you spirit points.
Oh, thanks.
There we go.
That's a separate score.
My spirit animal is a bear.
Question 5 on Ham Radio Innovators and
Should be
Inventors.
famous hams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of softballs,
This is the guy that invented the silencer.
In 1914, this ham radio operator formed the ARRL.
Hiram Percy Maxim.
So,
Final answer?
Yeah, agreed.
Well, technically
Correct.
it was two people, but okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was
it was
actually
two
gonna say,
people.
if you ask Frank about this, he's got strong opinions about this very issue.
There were two people, but I was looking for the one that pretty much everyone knows.
The one that the ARRL has written in its history.
Right.
Yes.
It's propaganda.
The actual
I was
truth.
going to say, as they've modified history to make it fit.
Yes.
All right, ICQ Podcast 5, Ham Radio Workbench 4.
Oh,
I'm sorry, 3.
What?
We're 4.
Oh no, because we
It's
haven't
5
gone
to
question
3.
5 yet.
Right.
Yeah, you haven't gotten. Yeah, haven't
Okay.
gotten to.
Like
to-
we're not down by 2. We're only down by 1 at this point.
Yeah, they're down,
Yeah.
down by
Yeah,
one.
we're working on it.
Question 5, QSY.
Change frequency.
But he
Final-
said
Yep.
Final answer? Correct.
Yeah.
final answer.
Correct.
That's
Okay.
correct.
So we're down
All
by
right.
1 still.
Why do I think we got the easier category? Although we didn't answer them all correctly.
I know we
nonetheless.
missed one. So don't
Under detail.
go bragging about
Shut
it
up,
being the
George.
easier category too much.
Question number 6 for the ICQ podcast. In 1915, this Princeton electrical engineering graduate invented single sideband modulation, or discovered, to transmit multiple telephone conversations along electrical circuit.
Jeez.
In 1915, this Princeton electrical engineer graduate invented single sideband modulation to transmit multiple telephone conversations along electrical circuit.
And ruined Ham Radio.
Certainly was Mr. Morris.
Isn't it interesting when people don't know, they always touch their chin. I just
Yes.
noticed all three of us were doing that on the top level there.
Well, I
Only
didn't-
Edmund must know. He wasn't.
He shaved today, so he doesn't have any
Didn't know
scruff
this.
going.
I'm afraid I don't know the answer. I told you, sorry.
You the guys, anything?
No.
I've
No, it
no
happened to
idea.
Bell
But
Labs.
let's throw Tesla in there and see if that helps.
Well, I need a final answer.
Anybody get
Yeah.
anything better?
No,
Well,
Tesla.
let's just say a name, like Armstrong or something.
Is that your final answer? That is incorrect. That's incorrect. You guys were going to get that.
Wrong.
John Renshaw Carson.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Oh, him.
Who?
Wow.
Yeah.
He
And,
later
are-
went on to found Japan Radio Corporation. He didn't.
No kidding.
No.
JRC.
No.
I know it happened to Bell Labs, but yeah.
Ham
Wasn't
Radio
Ham
Workbench
Are
crew.
you?
QRU.
So I want to say it's who's the station calling. Does that sound right, you guys?
I don't know.
What do you think, Mike?
No, no, definitely
What-
not.
What is it?
I think it's Are You On Frequency?
It is.
Or
Let's
I
go
am
no
on
traffic.
frequency? I have no traffic. Thank you.
I have no traffic.
Final answer.
Going
I
with
have no
Vince.
traffic.
That is correct.
Well,
That's correct.
yes.
All right. I've got Ham Radio Workbench 5, ICQ Podcast 4.
Down by 1.
Down by 1.
Making a comeback.
Question number 7 for the ICQ podcast. ARR Field Day was created in 1933, but what ARRL contest preceded this as the first ARRL contest in 1930? What was the
Well, I'm
first
glad you guys got that
contest?
question.
Wasn't the
Should be the
sweepstakes?
history.
What was the first contest ever created?
Hint: it was an FT8 contest.
Yes.
And, it
And ham
involved
radio has been
baking.
ruined ever since.
Yeah. Actually, it was an
I'm thinking either
FT4.
sweepstakes or maybe a DX contest.
Yeah.
So which one are you going for, Dan?
You got any thoughts, Bill?
I keep coming back to sweepstakes because I vaguely recall sweepstakes has been around since the beginning of time.
Yeah, let's go for that.
Yeah.
Final
ARRL
answer?
Sweepstakes.
That is correct.
All right.
Yay! Well done, guys.
That's correct.
Well played.
Well done.
Well played.
Yep. Very good. All right. Question number 7, QSL.
So
I got
He's going to
this.
be pedantic about the answer here.
I believe it's verification of two-way contact is the technically accurate answer.
Yeah. So we definitely want to be precise on this one.
I'm going to give you within reason.
Okay.
Oh, I got
Uh,
this.
Well, wait a minute. We had one earlier. It was sort of within reason.
No, you didn't.
No, we didn't. Yeah, so I think it's a verification of QS two-way contact, or did you, can you confirm that you copied me okay? Is kind of the spirit that I use.
10-4.
10-4.
Without the
Final answer.
Final answer. Verification of two-way
final
contact.
answer.
That is correct.
Yeah. I'm going to send you a postcard, Mike, that just has 10-4 on it.
I like to
Send that.
That was a good one.
All right. 6-5. 6-5. Question 8 for ICQ. In 1951, in the US FCC announced these 3 license classes: novice, technician, and this license class. So the very first license classes that were announced: novice, technician, and this license class.
I reckon it's advanced, guys. What do you reckon?
No, I think it's extra.
No, extra came a lot later.
No, I don't think so. I think advanced is the one that came later.
No.
Guys, gonna have to hash it out.
You write the exam books, don't you? So you probably should know.
I was going to say.
All right, I'll back off on that one then.
I'll take arguments for 40.
Yes.
Yeah,
Actually, this might be 1,000.
What do you think, though?
I could have swore it was advanced, but now I'm doubting myself because it's right around the time that I thought extra showed up. But that might have been 60 something.
Edmund, what's your vote?
Well, they might have.
Well, I live in the wrong country, so I'd have no.
But you know as
opinion
much
on
as the
this.
other guys seem to, so go ahead.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
very
right.
glad. I'm very glad you think so. I don't know.
Well, look, if you guys say advanced, you guys two think is advanced, I'll go along.
Okay, our answer is advanced.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Advanced.
That is incorrect. It's extra.
Oh.
Democracies work so
Always listen to the guy that writes the license manuals.
Should have stuck to my guns.
Yep. All right. Question 8 for Q codes to the Ham Radio Workbench crew.
Oh,
QRS.
My favorite way of operating CW.
Oh,
Amen.
Please send more slowly.
Final answer.
Yeah.
That's correct.
The only reason I know that one is because of the
That's
mode
correct.
QRSS.
Yep.
For the love of all that is holy, slow the hell down.
Yeah, let's
So I've got
send Morris over 11 hours.
7-5. 7-5, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Did we
Ham
miss
Radio
two?
Workbench.
Yeah, we missed 2.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
We're actually pulling ahead, Mark. I know
Question
that.
9. In July 1960, communication between these 2 locations took place for the first time on 1,296 megahertz. I'm looking for 2 places, and they need to be exact.
Is that for ICQ or is that for Ham Radio Workbench?
This is for ICQ.
ICQ.
In July 1960, communication between these 2 locations took place for the first time on 1,296 megahertz.
Well, guys, what I'm thinking is this isn't probably just 2 countries or 2 parts of a country, but rather Earth, Moon, Earth or something? Or is that too early for that?
That isn't.
So it's not too early for that. I think EME was even before 1960.
Yeah.
So is that what we're going for, or has somebody got a better answer?
I like that guess better than the ones I had.
I'm thinking California and Hawaii.
Need a final answer. 3, 2.
California and Hawaii.
We'll go with Dan on this one, since I buggered him up last time.
Your final answer is Hawaii and California?
Yep.
Yes.
That is incorrect.
Earth and Moon.
Earth
Yeah, I
and
guess-
Moon. Earth
Yeah,
and
EME,
Moon.
Yeah.
Those are
Again,
actually those
he
are the
threw
two
you
best
by
answers,
saying-
Well,
actually.
look, there's
needed to
there was
be
no
exact. He
communication
was
with
trying
the
to-
moon.
They did EME on like 2 meters or something like that before then,
Yeah.
but on 1296, different story.
Yeah.
But
All
actually,
right,
California,
I
Hawaii,
question
that's a good
question
that's a good
because
guess.
There was no communication with the moon.
The answers are final. Sorry, the answers are final. Question 9.
Oh, QRH.
QRH.
Not
I got
a
nothing.
clue.
I have never used QRH in my
Didn't know
life.
there was
Neato.
such a Q code.
I got this.
Oh,
Go.
Vince.
You got it?
Is the hotel room available at Dayton? Are there any hotel rooms remaining?
At
Yes,
Dayton.
we have your
Where the
hotel
hell is
room
Rod
waiting
Hartman?
at Dayton.
QRH. Hey.
If
Man, I don't
nobody
know,
else
Rod.
has a better answer, that's mine. I'm good with it.
Are you at home?
Is
Final
your
answer.
room at the Hilton?
Or
Are
is it
you at
like
home?
the opposite of QRP?
Are you at home?
That's QRO.
No, that's
I
QRO.
have,
QRO.
I've got no clue what
The
QRH
H has
is.
to mean something, and then we have to just.
No,
Are
there
you
are
a
some that
ham?
mean absolutely nothing.
I know.
We're going to answer. It doesn't mean anything. It's not a real Q code.
All right. If that's your final answer,
You
that's
really want to
incorrect.
do that one?
What's the tricky answer? It's
No,
maybe
it's
it's a
something to
trick
do with-
question. What do you think, Mike? Do you have a better answer?
No, I'm trying to think of something that goes with H, but it's either.
Kyle
I
has
thought it-
responded
it's
to
not
us.
QR.
Oh, what kind
Go
of
ahead.
noise?
Kyle has
That is
responded.
incorrect. That is incorrect. Does my frequency vary? That is QRH.
Am I drifting? Okay.
Oh,
Am I
okay.
drifting? Is
that.
my frequency?
It's my
Am I
I would have-
753
I would have
QRH.
accepted anything with frequency in it.
I wish to frequently rebook the hotel room that I had at Hamvention.
Are
Yeah,
you
I
using
like
a
the
bit
hotel
X40?
one. We need to get that changed.
All right. Question number 10. Final question for ICQ Podcast. In 1979, the World Administrative Radio Conference met in this European city to announce the 30, 17, and 12-meter work bands. What
Yes,
city?
correct. Oh,
Edmund Country. Town.
sorry, I don't know that. I misread it as true or false.
I will take the city or the country.
I think
wasn't
Bill
that-
knows.
No, the question says city.
City? Yeah,
The
okay.
question says city.
Bill knows
smart.
it, right?
I was gonna say I thought. It was
I think if
Vienna.
you know the city, you probably can get the country. I'm thinking.
I'll go with
city?
Bill. Bill says he knows.
I thought it was Vienna. Ed,
Wait, where?
Vienna.
Where they have the sausages.
Vienna, Austria. Wien.
Waits for you.
I was thinking it was Switzerland, but I'm not that confident. You sound more confident than I am, so let's go with yours. Vienna.
Final answer?
Vienna.
That is incorrect.
Wrong.
Geneva, Switzerland.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
He-
Shot
just
myself
when
in
you-
the foot again.
What a cheesy answer.
I think you were
Just when you
QRH on that
need,
answer there, old man.
No, Vince, just when you need Tim, V6
Ellum,
Alum.
All right.
SH.
QTH.
QTH to the Ham Radio Workbench. QTH.
Oh,
really
This is not hotel rooms. I am
Yeah, I
at
know.
home.
I am. Or is where is
What
your
is
home
your
or-
what is your location?
Oh,
But is
Final
it
answer?
location or is it your station? Because that's like
Location.
QTH
It's
when you're
location.
not at your station.
no,
It is
what's your, what
location.
is your location?
Final answer?
That's how it's used.
Yes.
Okay.
That is
Location.
correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
So I have got in my calculation Ham Radio Workbench 8, ICQ Podcast 5.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
Is that what you guys
I
got?
am recording
16
this
to
so I can check
14.
later.
So
This is
as
the
we come into the
formal
final
scorecard.
round, Kyle, are we keeping track of total points?
Total
or
points.
Number
Total-
rounds.
Total
Total
points.
points.
Total
Okay.
points.
Third
Okay.
round's double, right?
Well, sure. No, that's not. All right. Here we go. We're down to the last two topics. And because Ham Radio Workbench was 8 to 5, you guys get to pick first. The last two topics are DX Most Wanted and DXpeditions of the Year or contesting.
If I'm going to be of any help, it's got to be contesting. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
agree.
anything
it's
about
gotta be
DXing.
contest.
Okay, you guys
agree.
going to pick contesting? All
Yeah.
right. So, ICQ Podcast, you guys have DX Most Wanted and DXpeditions of the Year.
Funded or unfunded? What are the two?
These were past DXpeditions of the year that won. Or it is going to be the DX Most Wanted according to Club Log in this month, March of 2022. Okay? Yeah. So let me bring up the...
That's not my category.
Because
All
I
right.
knew I should have looked this morning.
So it's 16 to 14. Ham Radio Workbench 16, ICQ Podcast 14. Here we go. Contesting Ham Radio Workbench crew is up first.
Let's do this.
What annual contest takes place the fourth full weekend in June in the U.S.?
As soon as you put contest in quotes, I knew exactly what that is.
The National Hot Dog Eating Contest.
That's right.
That
Brisket
may be
smoking.
true, but it does have another name.
The ARRL says it's not a contest.
I know.
Well, that's why it's in quotes.
George's favorite weekend.
Our answer is Field Day.
Final answer?
Field Day.
That is correct.
ARRL Field Day.
Or the hot dog eating contest, same thing.
Yeah.
All right. ICQ Podcast 3Y/B. It's number 2 on Club Log
Yes.
for this year, or for this month.
True.
It's been on number 2 for a long time.
Yeah.
These have been on the top 10 have been.
Are we
quite
talking
a bit.
about the country
Hang
that
on,
they
I don't.
want?
I don't see.
Because
Oh
that's
yeah,
Bouvet.
okay, it's Bouvet Island.
This is probably the only one I know.
Well, it would. Okay.
Shut
Go
up,
ahead and do
Mark.
the answer.
Bouvet
Final
Island.
answer?
Yeah,
That is
Bouvet
correct.
Island.
You answered this one earlier. This very trivia question.
That is
Like
that is
Bouvet was
correct.
an earlier answer.
Oh, it was? Oh, I didn't know. All right.
Oh no, that was last night.
Yeah, that was last night. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
last
that's
night.
right.
That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, never mind.
Ham Radio Workbench. What is the ARRL DX contest exchange if you are outside of the U.S.?
ARRL DX
Well, this is
contest.
interesting because the contest exchanges I'm familiar with are outside of North America on the DX contest because we're considered part of the same.
Oh, okay. So let's do out of North America. Let's say outside of North America. Yeah,
I'm glad we
to
have
be
our
more
legal
technical.
team here on the.
That's right.
So the answer is DX.
No, for the DX contest, though, we're trying to reach DX. So it's
Right.
not.
So I would say 59 Alpha Bravo. You would say 59 Charlie Alpha, and somebody on Bouvet Island would say 59 DX. Wait for a QSL in the mail.
What is the? Hang on. What is the ARRL DX contest exchange if you are outside the U.S.? So I read.
If you're in Germany.
Yeah,
What
if
do
you're
you
in
say is
if you're
say
outside
what?
of the United States. So if you're contacting a station inside the United States, what is your exchange that you're going to give to someone inside the United States?
So is the exchange of the 5.9, their signal strength,
Yes.
etc., plus your location?
No, you don't have to say 59. It's just the exchange.
Like, is it a
Okay.
I don't know.
I
Is
would
there serial
expect it to be
numbers?
the country or
I would
serial number. Yeah.
Could it be? Usually it's country. Here it's usually serial number, country, or DX zone.
It's so
Well,
the,
like
the
for
zones.
Germany, it could be 5914.
So the correct answer is DX, and it's that way because the DX contest encourages those that are participating to work as many DX entities as possible, and we want points for DX contacts.
But wouldn't that mean that the DX station would give their country, not lump them all together as DX?
Gonna need a final answer here, boys.
It won't be country, Mark. It's too complicated. It would be a number.
Mark has me double thinking myself.
Okay.
Keep talking,
Okay,
Mark. Keep talking.
So I think
I need an answer. Need an answer.
Mike, do you want to go with DX?
I never worked it. And it's either I don't think it's DX because I've never been a country that says DX. I think that might be DX zone.
Okay.
Or
If
CQ zone.
I'm going to screw it up, I'm going to screw it up. Country.
Go ahead.
Final answer.
Country.
Vince's answer.
Vince's answer.
That is incorrect. It's power.
Well, we
None
were
of us
off
got
by a
it
mile.
anyway. So
that was
It's the
nothing.
only contest
Wow.
that you report power in
okay.
from the ARRL suite.
Interesting.
Zones
So-
are only CQ contests.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
That is
Or ITU.
painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, or ITU.
I was
yeah.
thinking, guessing maybe is that, but
Keep talking, Bill, because we're going to use this later. We're going to
Yeah.
there's more
Oh.
questions to get through this.
I missed this one.
All right. ICQ Podcast BS7H, number 4 on Club Log and DXpedition of the Year in 2008.
Disney World.
No, it's that
Bill,
rock.
Bill, you said you know it.
Oh, well, I'm trying to remember
rock.
it. That's the problem. It's a rock in the middle of the Pacific.
Well, there's half of them.
It had like a little shanty sitting on top of the rock. They'll
I
operate.
can even
out.
see that
Generator?
picture. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can see the
Scarborough
picture.
Reef.
Scarborough Reef.
I'm mixing it up in my head. Yeah, Scarborough Reef.
Final answer?
Sure.
That is correct.
Wow.
That was well
That's
done.
correct.
Very
Now
good.
I have Simon and Garfunkel stuck in my head.
All right. ICQ Podcast 2, Ham Radio
Don't live
Workbench
far from
1.
Scarborough, Mark.
Hmm?
Just over there. I don't live far from Scarborough. It's just over there.
Question number 3 to Ham Radio Workbench. When submitting a contest log, what type of file do you submit?
The correct one.
Well, there's a couple.
No.
No.
A big
No,
one, hopefully.
I don't think so,
Cabrillo.
but
No, I mean, there's
Cabrillo.
ADIF and there's Cabrillo, right?
Cabrillo.
Yeah.
Cabrillo
Cabrillo.
for those of us in California.
Yeah.
So
There's
so
mispronunciations all over the place, but yeah.
One that begins with C,
Cabrillo.
not the one that begins with A.
Charlie, Alpha,
Yeah.
Bravo.
so why would it
Romeo,
not be
India,
ADIF?
Lima,
Why would it be
Lima, Oscar.
Cabrillo? Because ADIF is just
I'll
general
tell you why.
logging.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
it always
Cabrillo.
says Cabrillo. It's Cabrillo.
Final answer.
final
Cabrillo.
answer? That is
Yes.
correct.
That is actually incorrect. There are contests that ask for ADIF.
Yes.
There is, but
I know
we're
because I was on
But
the
they don't
steering
count.
committee of one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did that
Of
by
course you would.
accident.
Mike, why is it that it's usually Cabrillo?
Because it's simple structure. It's a much simpler structure than ADIF.
It's
Which has
instead of
way-
being
many
an
more bit-
XML file, it's a tab delimited file.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
That too.
ICQ Podcast KH4. It's number 14 on Club Log.
Well, it's not Hawaii.
No, it's that island off of in the Caribbean. Do I have that one up there? No, it's KH5.
That's-
Hey,
That's
no
not-
cheating.
I can cheat, but I don't get the answer.
Right.
KH4.
I can look up here.
I mean, you can do some
I'm trying to remember it.
reasonable analysis on where that could be.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're talking
It's,
about.
it's
though. I
number
can't think of the
14.
name.
Yeah,
so that
they
suggests that
remember they
it's
set up in the
gonna be a
light the
while
lighthouse, so they counted as both a DXpedition and a lighthouse activation.
yeah.
It was
I mean, these are not impossible because you're going down the right path.
yeah.
Yeah.
I actually probably have the card here. I just don't see it.
I mean, this
It's
is a
not
harder
Puerto
category.
Rico, is it? No.
Deluge Island? No, that's different. That's K5, isn't it? That's K5.
Not big enough for the amateur
Um,
prefix map of the world.
Oh,
Can't see
yeah,
it
I have a
there.
monitor blocking mine. So
All right, I'm going to need an answer. Oh, don't get me demonetized.
I'll say Deluge Island.
That is incorrect. It's Midway.
Oh,
I knew that.
Midway. Ham Radio Workbench. Question number 4. CQ Worldwide CW is always held the last weekend of this month.
I
November.
would guess like September,
November.
November. Okay.
Because SSB is October, and
Okay.
4
Right.
weeks later CW. It's November.
What
Final
you said?
answer?
Yeah, what Mike said.
That is
November.
correct.
That's correct.
3-2. 3-2. All right. DX Most Wanted and DXpeditions of the Year. Question number 4 for ICQ. VP8S and VP8G. It's number 19 or 32 on Club Log and DXpedition of the Year in 2018. They were VP8STI and
South Georgia.
VP8STG.
And what's the other one? South Sandwich.
South Sandwich. Yep. South Georgia.
South Georgia.
Sandwich.
Final answer?
South Georgia.
That's
Oh, we
correct.
said both of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Can
3
we
to 3.
get those sandwiches and gluten free? That's all I need.
Question 5 for Ham Radio Workbench. For the IARU World Championship, if you are a non-IARU member society HQ station, what exchange do you send?
Your credit card information and
Do you want
Expiration
fries
date.
with that?
wow.
Come on,
Do you
this
guys
is one
have
of the
a
big
clue?
contests of the year.
I'm going to look to the contesters in the group because that ain't me.
Tim is going to hate that I don't know this answer.
Yeah, Bill,
sorry,
what's the
Tim.
answer?
I don't know.
Hang on, Rob thinks it looks like he's still thinking.
If you're
I can guess at 59 and a serial number.
If you're a non-IARU member society HQ station, which they send their member number,
So
what exchange do you send?
Serial number? Is that what you're saying, Mike?
It won't
I
be
have no
serial
clue.
number because it would be confusing.
This is oh Lord.
We're going to need an answer.
Probably your ARL section number, but no, this is worldwide, so that would
No, this is
I don't
worldwide.
think that's it.
DX.
We're gonna
Your ITU section.
Your
No, it's going
power.
to be a variable, so it won't be DX. It won't be. It's going to be something.
IT
Power
section.
worked before, although we didn't say it.
Going to need an answer, guys.
That's weird. Let's go with serial number. I think that's sort of the most generic. Serial number.
59
Sure.
and serial number.
That is incorrect.
Wrong.
It's the ITU zone.
Yep.
Your zone.
Oh, it was okay.
I did say
It's your
it.
zone.
Did you?
You said it,
Should've
but no one
spoken up.
said that. Yeah.
You should say it with more conviction next time.
Question number 5 for ICQ for DX Most Wanted and DX Expeditions of the Year. K1N, 43 on Club Log, but DX Expedition of the Year in 2015.
Bill, is that Doocy?
Not K1N.
What the heck is K1?
It's that
West Possession.
K1N, number 43 on Club Log, and DX Expedition of the Year in 2015. We're looking for
I'm not
the.
answering. I'm allowed to look it up.
We're looking for the place. The
I
place.
don't remember this one, guys. I'm sorry.
I can see it, and I can't think of it either.
Yeah.
But I don't get the answer, so that's cool.
I would accept help from you guys.
If you guys want to help each other, that's
Well,
quite all right.
It starts with K, and it ends with 1. I'm sorry, I don't know.
It's Bob's Fish and Chip Shop. The same Bob, by the way.
If it's too far away from the south of England for me to work it on 2 meters, I don't know where it is.
Nice.
Well done.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. It's got water by it.
Yeah, it's
That narrows it down.
Good tip.
Does it well, hold on. This should be the definition of a country. Does it have a McDonald's?
I don't know. I've never been there, so I don't know.
It's not in the book.
Need a final answer, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
3.
If I was the guess, I would just
2.
say
1.
not Midway.
And we know that.
Keeney Atoll.
Final answer?
Sure.
It's incorrect.
Wrong.
Navassa.
Navassa.
Oh.
That's
Is it
sweet, 'cause I
Navassa
had
or
a friend
Navas-
that went
yeah,
there. Good thing Lou isn't listening because he'd be screaming the answer at me.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So-
At the risk of getting you demonetized, as soon as you said Ducey Island, my brain went like, "Excuse me, I got to go take a K1N."
It's 3-3, guys. 3-3 still.
Oh dear.
Question 6 for Ham Radio Workbench. WRTC is the Olympics of ham radio contesting. What does the acronym WRTC stand for?
The
World Radio Sport
Radio Team Championship.
Yep.
Final
Radio
answer?
Sport Team
We-
Championship.
We rarely transmit consistently.
Are you talking about our team or the acronym?
What is your final answer, guys?
Hang on, Rod. Is it
What-
radio or
what
radio
Rod?
sport?
No, radio. World
Radio?
Radio
Okay.
Team Championship.
Final answer?
That's it. That's the final answer.
That is correct.
That is
Yay!
incorrect.
That's correct.
Da-da. World Radio Sport Team Championship.
See, that's what I said.
I'm gonna give it to you though. I'm gonna give it to you.
No, that's wrong. It's incorrect. They had
It's
the
under
option of
protest.
taking that.
All right,
Sorry,
you guys.
I
can-
actually supported WRTC
I think Ed
2018,
is-
so I think I
Okay.
know.
I think Ed's right on this.
All right,
I-
that's fine.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
will-
going to fight Ed on this one because that's what I thought the answer was. But
Okay.
I trusted Rod's
North Korea
confidence.
final answer.
Sounds good. P5 ICQ
North
podcast
Korea,
number 1.
Final answer.
That is correct.
That's correct.
And I know this one. Yes, North Korea.
Yeah.
So it's 3 Ham Radio Workbench, 3 ICQ podcast, 4. Okay.
gap closes to 1 point.
Question number 7 for Ham Radio Workbench. If you exchange serial number, precedence, your call, check, and section, what contest would you be operating in?
It's a hell of a lot of exchange.
Yeah, Mike, what's the answer?
Oh, and I've worked it, and it's
November. It's in November.
It's not sweepstakes. Is it sweepstakes? I know the contest. I can't remember what it's called. I've done it.
I hate this contest because there's so
I hate
much
it because
exchange.
it's like
Vince,
there's a sticky right here on my thing with the whole exchange on it.
When did you use that sticky last?
It doesn't say what contest it's on.
You
When did I use it
start
last?
labeling your software,
Oh, it's like
Mike.
it's like December. It's
What contest did you operate?
Why isn't it sweepstakes?
Is it?
Let's go to sweepstakes.
Sideband?
Sweepstakes.
Final answer?
What Vince said.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yeah, I got nothing.
4-4. 4-4. All right. Question number 7 for ICQ podcast. FT5/W, number 3 on Club Log.
I haven't heard of that mode.
Is that Wallace or Willis Island?
Not a clue.
FT5/W, number 3 on Club Log.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Wallace. I think it's
What did he
Wallace.
say?
Is how you pronounce it. Ed?
I don't know, so I'm happy that you're fairly confident. Unless anybody else has got anything, we'll go with Wallace.
I
Wallace.
got nothing.
Final answer?
QRU, as they say.
Yeah,
Or
we'll go with Wallace.
Yeah, final answer.
That is incorrect. Corzette Island.
Oh,
where is that?
That's number 3 now?
4-4. 4-4.
Is that within 2 meter range of the UK? I'm just curious.
All right. Ham Radio Workbench. Popular contesting websites, contest calendar, and 3830 scores are run by this ham radio operator. I need his call sign.
Oh, Jesus.
I can visualize it on the URL. Whiskey
Alpha 8 November.
Bravo November or November. Go ahead. I must look at the contest calendar.
WA8 something Bravo Mike. November Bravo Mike.
I have no clue. I Vince, that you sound very sure of yourself.
I can visualize the URL, but it's like Vince. It's got those letters in it, and there's an 8 and a W and a November.
Okay, Kyle, it's got letters and numbers in it. Are we close?
You're close. You're very close.
Okay, Vince, what was the call?
I want to know if Bill would
I
know
believe
this
it's
just off the
Whiskey
top.
Alpha 8 November Bravo Mike.
We're going with that.
Yeah, go
Works
ahead.
for me.
Final answer?
Yep.
That one.
That is incorrect.
WA7BNM.
Correct.
Well, it was
It's
close.
7?
It had a letter and a number in it.
We
That
got
is
5 out of
correct.
6. Doesn't that count for something?
Dan was correct. Dan was correct.
Wow.
You don't get a point for it, though, Dan.
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry.
Question number 8 to the ICQ podcast. VP8 PJ, the Expedition of the Year in 2021.
It was the only DXpedition of the 2021, wasn't it?
VP8 PJ, the Expedition of the Year in 2021.
That's the one where they wore pajamas the whole time.
I was going to say, true story. Everyone was wearing flannel the entire time. Flannel onesies.
It is 4-4 if anybody is keeping
Anything, Bill?
score.
well,
I mean, VP8 is obviously a UK territory somewhere, but and probably South Atlantic.
yeah.
But we've had South Sandwich and South Georgia, so it's not them again. It's somewhere around there, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which the expedition was last year.
Gonna need an answer.
It's not Falklands.
No,
And it's not. Oh, God, what's the other place there?
Oh, that's
3,
awful.
2.
South Sandwich.
I don't have a horse in this race.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
Wrong.
South Orkney Island.
Orkney.
South Orkney
Orkney.
Island.
Orkney. Oh, well, that's how we say it in Missouri.
It's all down there.
I thought it was South.
It's a British Commonwealth thing, and there's more British Commonwealth people on this call than US. So
That's
we'll
true.
get it right.
And I thought it was South Shetland.
All right. Ham Radio Workbench crew. Question number 9 for contesting. If you exchange QTC traffic for extra points, what contest would you be participating in?
I've only done this one once. QTC.
So it's an RTTY contest.
Okay.
But I don't know which one.
Would that be the ARL RTTY contest?
Ready Roundup?
Ready
You
Roundup.
exchange QTC traffic for extra points. What contest would you be participating in?
I don't even know what QTC is.
Now, there might be
a shopping channel on cable.
I think there's others too.
I think there might be others, but I'm looking for a specific contest that is
the more popular one.
Is a more popular one, yeah.
Well, I have no idea. So you seem to think this is a teletype related. So
it is, yeah.
So
and the big one would be
you push a button and it sends forever.
RTTY Roundup. That's the only Ready contest I know.
That's good enough as anything.
Good enough.
What do you guys think? Does that sound? You want to go with that?
Yep.
All right. RTTY Roundup.
That is incorrect.
Yield.
About the Worked All Europe.
Worked All Europe. Worked All Europe.
I have an N1MM macro that says no QTC.
So do I.
Worked All Europe. That's what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Dan, did you say Field Day?
Thought it was Field Day.
I want to say.
I
love how you just kind of snuck under the radar with that comment.
Well, you get extra points for doing traffic and Field Day.
Yeah, you do get points for that.
South
All right.
Yuri Gagarin.
4-4. Question 9 to ICQ. FT5ZM the expedition of the year in 2014. What is FT5ZM?
Yeah, I got nothing on this one, guys. I wasn't.
That call sign doesn't exist anyway.
Yeah,
because somebody can't pronounce a Z properly.
That's right. I was gonna.
Thank you.
I was gonna say you're throwing our British Commonwealth
I agree
friends off.
100% with Ed on this.
Yeah, let me rephrase the question so you guys can figure this out. FT5ZM.
Thank you.
The top would sound a little strange.
Yeah, I don't.
Who came up with these questions anyway?
This was submitted by Ham Radio Workbench.
Oh, there's a surprise.
Yeah, I got nothing, guys. So pick a random island.
What was one of those that we chose before? Edmund, you got an idea?
No, I just said I don't know.
Okay. Sorry, Bill. What was the one we chose before that was wrong?
Oh, Willis and Futura, but I don't think that's FT5. Now that I think about it.
Need an answer.
Back to the book.
It's Pacific, isn't it? It's Pacific Island. If it's
yes.
3, 2.
We'll go with Wallace.
Yeah.
Final answer, Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
Incorrect. Amsterdam and St. Paul Islands.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Very near to Crozet Island.
They went out from
where are they?
Western Australia, didn't they? I think.
They're a rock in the middle of the water somewhere.
Question 10 for the Ham Radio Workbench. The Arrl recently announced a new digital contest breaking off from the Ready Roundup. What month does this new contest take place in?
You guys have to know this one.
They just announced this.
We
really
would
don't.
have to read the newsletter as soon as it comes out to know this. This is brand new.
But they announced it a while ago. Maybe a month ago.
If we don't know, I'm going to say it's March or April.
Yeah, pick a month.
It was a short lead.
It's 4-4.
What do you want to say? Go with
like
April?
this weekend?
I want to think I want to believe it's the first weekend in June, because it struck me as being awful close to that almost a contest field day.
We just need a month. So should we say June? Should we say April? Should we make something up?
I vaguely remember, but I thought it was.
Should you mix 2 months together?
Go with your gut, Mike.
Go ahead.
April.
October. Look at the WA7 BNM calendar, you know.
Well, if I looked at the WA8 BNM calendar, I wouldn't know, but I'm going to say June.
Okay, Mike, are you good with June? Yeah, we're going June.
Final answer?
Yep.
But if it was, hold on. But if it was like April, I'm going to say I told you so.
Okay.
It's nothing I haven't heard before.
What is your final answer?
June.
June is our final answer.
That is correct.
Nice one. I knew that.
5-4.
So,
Yes, Vince. Go
5-4.
Go, Vince.
First weekend of June.
I knew you were right all along.
I never doubted you.
All right. Final answer for ICQ Podcast. CE0X, number 5 on Club Log.
North Orkney.
This is a tough round.
Wallace.
This one's that's the island off of Chile.
Orkney sandwich? No, I'm hungry.
It's actually on my map.
That's
but
awful.
There's no name on it.
So you guys aren't
Is
allowed
that
to
the
look
one
it up.
that's
but
off
I am.
the bottom of
Really,
Chile?
it's on that map.
Yeah, it's off the coast of Chile, but it's a
Right
hard
down at the
place to get
bottom.
to. Yeah.
Most southern point in the Americas or something.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of it until I looked it up just now.
Yeah.
The only reason it shows in the map, there's nothing else around it. There's space to put the letters in.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
need an
typed pretty
answer.
small. Nice try, Bill.
Yeah. I'm
Anything
just
from
trying to
anybody,
remember.
guys?
Don't know. Sorry.
San Felix. I think it's San Felix.
Final answer?
We'll
Sure.
take that as good as any.
That is correct.
Hey.
Pulled it out right in the end.
Wow.
done, Bill.
Well done, Bill. Well done.
Where did that come
played,
from?
sir.
Google.
I was chasing it.
Wow. I never even heard of it.
So this round was 5-5. Bring in the total. You guys ready for the
Drum
total
roll,
of
please.
3 rounds? I have Ham Radio Workbench 21, ICQ Podcast 19.
Here's the official score sheet.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow, those are really hard.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
we didn't.
were.
We
Those
didn't
last
realize
two categories were tough.
your
And I had to
your contesting should have been titled Most Wanted List or something, because that's all
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Delayed my lunch. I needed the protein.
Wow.
Well, I had to make them.
sandwich.
I had to make them a little bit harder because my regular gig has got its multiple choice, and
San Felix.
Yep, there you go.
Oh,
There you go.
I knew I had it on the wall.
Show off.
XR0X.
And they're on my regular trivia. It's individual. It's individuals playing,
Not
you know,
teams, yeah.
individually, not teams. So, you know, granted, the ICQ podcast for everyone at home only had 4 people playing, and Ham Radio Workbench had 5, so there was an advantage. But I mean, the scores were close, 19-21.
Wait a second, Kyle. I was on the Workbench team, which gives them an automatic -2, right?
It's our handicap.
Like,
Well, yeah, but honestly, I think the real difference here is that we lucked out on our categories. That Q code category was way simpler than the ones that you guys had that same round.
Well,
the history
they could
of
have.
innovation one.
Yep, they could have picked it too. I mean, it's like whenever I play trivia and I don't know anything about sports, but I've got 4 or 5 people that know everything about sports, and it's like, oh, this question is so simple. I'm just like, well, I didn't know it.
But it really goes to show you that you can spend a ton of time on some aspect of this and know absolutely nothing about
Right.
other chunks.
You know, we're going to have some new people listening going, hey, I know that. And then some old farts listening to this and going, really, you didn't know that? Or the HF guys are just going to be going.
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for the hate mail to flood my inbox on that question was misleading or that answer is not correct. I cannot wait until I get all the hate mail.
That's why you don't want to host it on Facebook, because it would be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No kidding. Wow, that was there's some really hard ones in there. Jeez.
Well, I had to stimulate the brains.
That was really good. That was really good. What's
well,
that?
I demand
Bill,
a
there
rematch.
you go. There's a Sugar Victor 8 right now on 20 meters.
Well, let me turn my flex on.
That's local. It's Greece.
Tanzania.
So I in all seriousness, though, I want to
Sorry.
thank Kyle for this because this
Yes.
was a
Yes.
load of fun, and I think this is if y'all are up for it, I think this is should be a recurring thing. I would love to
It
get
is, yeah.
other podcasts or media groups or whatever, like we should do a regular showdown on this. And I'm going to totally throw Kyle under the bus to do all the hard work on this, and I just get to
And we'll just
show up and make a fool of myself and do my best to make a fool of other people as well. But this was so much fun, Kyle. I really want to thank you for this. And
Thank you.
Here.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, and
Hey,
let
Kyle,
me jump in from the ICQ side to say exactly the same thing. Thanks for organising it all, Kyle. And as George probably already knows, there is another amateur radio podcast that I've already proposed the idea to. And I'll follow up with that. And I guess they'll need to challenge the winner, which is the Ham Radio Workbench this time around. And if they win, then maybe ICQ will challenge them again.
Yeah, exactly. We need a round robin. So we do all pairs.
Yeah, we could.
I don't know that we're quite in the bracket yet. This isn't an elimination. I think this is we're still in the season. We're just starting the season right now.
Well, we're still testing out the waters too.
Yeah.
Because
So I would like to, however, next time we do this, I'd like to request a category that's something like Arduino pinouts.
Well, how about just home brewing?
Oh,
How about
there you go.
integrated
Well-
IC number chip numbers?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
chip
7400
numbers.
L, 7400 series.
You know what?
Yeah,
I was.
You want to
also
make them
include-
hard,
no,
make them
include the-
ECL chip numbers.
Got to include the valves, though, guys. You know,
Oh, yeah.
or the
61.
tubes, as you call them.
Name that tube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6146
Showdown
W is
with
memory
Ed and
tubes in the
George.
computer I first used.
What if-
ECC 81 versus the 12AX7s and all
I
that.
can name that tube in 6 milliamperes of grid current.
Name that
What
plate
if
voltage.
I ask the ICQ and Ham Radio Workbench community to submit questions about the podcast,
Totally. Yeah,
And then-
yeah.
and then pin those questions on you guys to figure
the
out
other
if you
group.
remember what happened on your
on our
individual
own
podcast.
podcast.
Or you do it opposite as well.
Well,
you do it
that
as
might be
opposite as
tough.
well.
That might
Yeah.
be tough.
Well, hold on, because it wouldn't work for Rod and I, because we're half asleep after the first 20 minutes. 'cause
That's
it's
true.
already
We're
working
face
here.
down.
Yeah, but George and I are
Right, 'cause it's,
hypoglycemic, so
audio.
That's right. We got you covered.
Oh
And
no!
some of us bail out on the workbench after
Oh,
about
no,
an
this is
hour
becoming a-
30 because it's like 74 hours long.
Well,
become an
we
episode
barely
on
got off
75
of
meters.
Jeremy's- and we're barely off of Mark's workbench at that point.
Bill, you just need to find yourself a good real estate agent to find more grass to mow.
That's right.
Hey, I'm living total luxury here. I actually pay a guy to mow my grass.
You can
Get
pay
him
someone to
on
listen
the
to our
That's the
show
thing I
too.
can think of.
Well, I want to thank
Hey,
Ed and George for putting this together. They were the key contributors to this. They would send me emails and say, "Hey, let's do this, let's do that," and then I would bounce, "Hey, well, this could be work, this could not work, yada yada." So Ed and George, I want to thank you guys for putting this together. This was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was totally fun, every minute of it. So I really appreciate working with you guys to do it. And like Ed and Mark said, I would love to do this again and bring in some other guys too and mix it up. So
Yeah.
very, very, very fun. Thank you so much for pulling together and everybody for participating.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, ditto
guys.
on that.
Yeah,
and
thanks very much.
Thanks for all the work, Kyle. And yeah, this was a strange situation because I think George and myself had the same idea, completely separately around the same time.
Mhm.
And then I actually contacted George and said, "Hey, you just mentioned this as an idea on the, I think it was on the Ham Radio Workbench. I was already discussing it with somebody else, with another team." Prior to that, so I said, "Well, hang on, let's get together on this." And I can't say who the other team is, but I shall certainly follow them up and let you announce it first, Kyle, if I can get them on board.
Yeah, very good. Just let me know, and we'll pick another date and time to do this and get some more teams together. And keep in mind this. With the amount of questions, I'm still working through the logistics on how we could do this with more than 3 teams or more than 2 teams, maybe a third team or a fourth team, but play in teams. So you guys can somehow collaborate with one another, but still give a team score. So a lot of logistics to work out, but we'll figure that out later. That's it's all about having fun and getting together and doing some smack talk, right?
Okay, so tonight George is going to design and submit a Arduino-based internet buzzer system. For you.
Oh, there you go.
I expect the plans will be available for tomorrow morning.
There you go.
I'm going to start getting a data center closest to Kyle to minimize the speed of light latency on my buzzer press. Just like stock trading.
You guys are laughing. You guys are laughing. We could do that.
You
could make that happen.
We'll just punt
I
it
only
through
said it because I
Mosquito.
knew you could.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Yeah.
the problem I've got is it's going to be the end of the year before I get fiber to the house.
Fiber, I'm on
Right
dial
on.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm on LTE at the moment, so it's not the best.
All right.
All
ICQ Podcast, do you have anything you want to promote? I'm not really sure when this is going to come out. We need to probably coordinate release schedules between the three media outlets here. My channel, ICQ Podcast, and Ham Radio Workbench, so we don't spoil each other's thunder. But what do you have coming up that you guys can promote from the ICQ Podcast that people on my channel and Ham Radio Workbench would be interested in? Anything?
Just that we have a 2-weekly podcast that's a bit of fun, and also all the details are at icqpodcast.com.
Yep.
Very good. Ham Radio Workbench, guys, anything you guys want to promote?
We've got a bunch of stuff coming up. We have an episode coming up on antennas with Jack K1VT, battery build project with Dan VE6 TD, more roundtable stuff. But I do have a question, Ed, for you guys. I'd like you to translate a phrase that I hear on the ICQ podcast, and I don't know what it means. And in the promo spot, the phrase is something like, listen to the ICQ podcast for less than an eighth of coax. What are those words? What are those words? I hear eighth of coax, which is meaningless.
Length of coax.
Oh, less than a length of coax?
Yeah.
Yes.
Less
does that
than
mean?
the cost of a length of coax.
That's like a furlong. A furlong of coax.
We're all donation based, value for value. So if you get value out of the podcast, give us a little value in the pocketbook, and
for less than a piece of coax.
Yeah, we don't want to tell people not to give us money or give them like subscription levels or crazy stuff like that. We just leave it blank. Some people are incredibly generous. Case in point, the shirts. And some people are recurring because we accept whatever amount, so they just keep giving us a small amount, less than what I would say a cup of coffee, and they just set it up on a recurring donation, and that helps us pay our hosting.
Do you get paid in coax ever?
Only
short pieces of coax.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I've listened to every episode, and I always hear that phrase, and I always wonder, like, what the heck does that mean?
So it's pretty common for Patreon style media to say for less than the cost of a cup of coffee. So basically, you're going to spend about $5 at a Starbucks, right? So if you donate $5 a month or whatever to the podcast, that's kind of what they're going for.
Gotcha.
And if 10% of their listeners gave $5 a month, that's quite a chunk of change.
It would pay for the DMR hosting for the two reflectors we got going.
So
that's something else that's common between Ham Radio Workbench and ICQ Podcast, of course, is we're both got our own talk groups witin the Brandmeister DMR system.
Here, promote it.
I'm going to tell you, I can't remember the number of ours, but you should be able to.
3180.
Yours is 3180.
Yeah, ours isn't.
No, ours is
9180.
9480.
9480
on DMR.
Brandmeister.
Brandmeister. Yep.
Yeah, Brandmeister, and I think that's the same number on some of the reflectors too.
Yeah, it's
Right.
also it's that number on Yaesu Fusion and on D-Star. All the details are on the website. But and then you guys have your reflector that you share with is it the Bay? Come on.
Baynet. Yeah, that's with our Baynet Ham Radio Club. Yeah, so the DMR talk group 31075 is also connected to a Fusion WW6BAY-room. And most recently, we spun up a All-Star server 55915, and Mark did most of the heavy lifting on that. And I'm not sure if that is connected to the DMR talk group at the moment or not.
You keep giving me credit, but then fail to blame me for the fact that it still doesn't work months later. Because
okay, so Mark has failed to get that to work.
Yes, but that's correct.
And we also had help from a fellow Steve N6MQ who is super helpful in trying to make all that stuff work. But we're trying to. Yeah, go ahead, Rod.
We have succeeded in extending Kyle's intended transmit time here to much longer than it was supposed to be.
I was going to point that out when we got started. That like you realize you invited the Ham Radio Workbench group onto a thing that's only supposed to be an hour. Good luck with that.
Okay, now for part 2.
And the ICQ podcast group is no slouch at overextended podcasts either.
Yeah, well.
All right. We're going to wrap it up here. Ham Radio Workbench, do you have anything else that you want to linger on here?
No, I think we've pretty much done it. It's really been a lot of fun. Thanks so much for doing this and everybody being here. And the best to all the other ICQ guys who couldn't make it for whatever reason at this event. Well, hopefully we'll see them at the next one.
Yeah, very good. I'm Kyle AA0Z. Check out my YouTube channel. I've got Ham Radio videos and play trivia every third Friday at 8 p.m. Central. So with that, we'll say goodbye, and everyone say 73, and see you later.
73. 73s. Be good humans.
73.